So many of you have asked for a handstand specific calisthenics flow, so this is exactly what this is going to be. It's an intermediate advanced-ish one because we're on our hands a lot and really working through compression. It'll be super fun, pretty short, as I'm all about having it short and playful and getting it done so that you can then go about the rest of your day. So I'm Megs, I run Move Like Water Collective, an online and in-person space where you can move better from the inside out, working with your fascia, getting your body back to alignment and helping you move by using your diaphragmatic breathing. So just as a reminder, we're always doing our best to diaphragmatic breathe when you're doing the movements, right? And if you're unsure of what that is, please visit my other videos so that you can get to know the breath that we are always born with and use that not only in our movements but in our everyday life. So with that, we're going to start to get our body nice and warm. So fingers will come down or hands down to the ground, fingers nice and wide, and let's just start to move the spine. So starting to just ripple and roll through the spine, bending the elbows, getting into the wrists, and getting space between the scapula, and just really creating space. You might start to turn your hands back the other way. And as mentioned, this is like a more intermediate or advanced, so I'm assuming your wrists are quite mobile by doing wrist mobility often if you are handstanding often. Now, tucking your toes, and we're just gonna start to send the bum over the heels and then come back to like a hobbit cat. And we'll do this a few times. So I'm trying to move myself into a protracted position. Keep the arms really nice and straight. And then we'll lift up into our downward facing dog, bending the knees back to crouch, up and over into plank. Pull the chest through, and just a little bit of movement here. We'll do this 5 more times. You'll be getting information back from your body, so use this information as to how you move today and adjust anything if you need to, always listening to your body first. You'll always be your biggest teacher, not me, so make sure you tune into the language of your body and what it's trying to tell you. Alright, we're going to bring ourselves up to stand, so just slowly bringing the body into a nice standing position here. Now our first move, we're going to straight into our first move is going to be our bear crawl, so that we start to open up through our hamstrings and put weight into the hands. I'll give some variations into this. We're going to go through 3 rounds. Each round is going to be 1 minute long. As I said, 3 rounds with the option to add any layers or spice as we move into it. So when we're doing our bear crawl, just using the space that you've got, we're thinking about the hips being nice and high, hip hinge position, soften your knees as much as you need to, right? And then we're going to take our time to work through compression. So we're thinking about almost floating our bear crawl, and as we walk, we're bringing the foot towards the back of the wrist. So a nice slow crawl forward, all right? And then just using the space you've got, turn it around. Okay, now I'm going to add in a variable, which is going to be a squat. You can stay with your bear crawl or come down into squat and take 2 steps, back down into squat and take 2 steps. So it's a minute worth of work here. So we have about 25 seconds left to go. Really think about pushing the floor away, and we will be floating this in rounds 2 and 3. 8 seconds to go. Our next one will be on our backs in a hollow body position. So let's start to bring ourselves there. All right, we're going to go straight in. So we're finding our hollow body position. Again, shoulders off, legs extended, and we want to really think about open hips here. All right, now from that position, we're going to come up. I'm placing my left foot down and my right hand. And then I'm going to step the leg back to a lunge, bring it back through, back to hollow, okay? And then we're gonna do the opposite side. So I'm gonna come down, right foot down, left hand down, into lunge, back through, use compression, hollow body hold, and just alternating each side. If you get confused with your lefts and rights, like I do, right, I want you to really stay present and just in your head, each time you put your foot down, you're putting an opposite one down. I need to move super fast. These will warm you up very quickly, these movements. We've only got one more to go after this. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Okay, our next one is our monkey crawl. When we're doing our monkey crawl, again, we're looking for this elevation and eventually we'll turn into a little bit of a handstand transition. So I've got my right foot forward, I'm gonna put my left hand across my right foot. Right, 1 minute of work here. So I'm gonna go left hand down, right hand down, and float the feet across. Back to squat, we go again. Right hand, left hand, and float the feet across. I'm staying low in a squat, you don't have to, it just feels nice in my body today. All right, in the third round, we have a little bit of fun with this practice and add in a cartwheel and a bit of a float. But for now, really think about pushing the floor away. So we're looking to float the feet. So use compression, pull the feet into the hip socket. It should be really difficult to talk, right? And then elevate those hips up above the shoulders. 10 seconds left. And we've got 1 minute of rest and an opportunity to check in with our breathing. So straight away, we're going to start to tap into that diaphragmatic breath. We're going to get out of this and back down to here. So again, you're inhaling through the nose, feel the belly push out. And exhale through the nose and the belly comes in and the hips realign. Let's take 5 more breaths here. Now, just as a reminder, I have launched my new website, Move Like Water Collective. And over on the website, you can find plenty of online courses, including nervous system reset, fascia and joint flow, and my popular foot, knee, and hip health course. I also offer a subscription service for $11 a month for movement, calisthenics, yoga, diaphragmatic breathing, and fascia release. But for now, we're going to go back to our first one, which is our bear crawl, option to add a float. All right, so as we work through this one, stay with the first layer, or we can add on squat position, hands come down, float the feet. Now let's continue. For 1 minute. So 3 minutes back to back, 3 movements, and only 1 more round after this. Again, just using the space you've got. Really push that floor away. Some good pressure here. Ooh, it's getting a bit spicy. Oh, 20 seconds to go. All right, maybe 1 or 2 more here. Then we're going to end up on our backs. Oh, good job. Hollow body hold. Whew. All right, we can add a little bit of pace with this one now if we want to. Remember, opposite hand and foot. So if I put my left foot down, my right hand goes down, back into lunge, scoot it through. If you'd like to add speed, this is most definitely the one where you can add a little bit of speed. Let's continue. We have 1 minute. Everything is about that compression. I also just launched a 12-week handstand program, which very much teaches you about compression, how to apply this to learn how to handstand. handstand that is also available over on the website. Nearly there, guys. Stay with it. Final 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Monkey crawl. All right, we're going to think about slowing the monkey crawl down, and we're trying to like hop the feet and maybe get the feet over the hips. All right, we won't add the cartwheel just yet. We'll add it on the last round. Same thing, we're going for a minute. Up to you if you want to stand up between each of your monkey crawls. Let's give it a go. So we want to press the floor away. And you start to like look for a bit of height now. You're going to have a little bit of a play with it. The body's just learning to stack itself and get a feel. And then we start to slow it down. And then we look for rhythm. Our bodies have this beautiful flow if we allow it and we stay really present with our movement. We rush things, we tend to lose that flow, we tend to lose that connection between our body and movement. Final 10 seconds. Ooh, 1 minute rest. Lip sealed, nasal belly breath. Maybe you walk around. Try to exhale for 6 counts and inhale for 4. You really want to push that air out on the exhale. We've just got 1 more round to go, nice and simple. Option, again, to add a little bit more spice. Option to ignore completely what I just said. All right, let's get ready to roll. This time you can add a little handstand up. All right, we're going to go from a squat to a hop. Or stay with your back roll. All right, here we go. And then just reset. Maybe you hold it, maybe you play, you straighten the legs. Maybe bring the knees back down and work through your core. Maybe you're squatting and hopping, take this slow. Ooh, definitely getting warm. We have about 20 seconds left. So 10 seconds left to go. Wherever you are, have a play. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight down. All right, let's get ready for our hollow to our lunge. Let's go. Kick it back and back through. Changing sides every single time. This one stays the same. Again, option, of course, you can add speed or work through your strength and your compression. Completely moving this in your core. You should be able to diaphragmatic breathe through this work. Until you feel that heart rate start to fly up, then you might shift the breath. I'm glad when this one is done. We have about 15 more seconds. Definitely feeling this one today. Last one. All right, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do a monkey crawl to cartwheel. I love this transition. It's a really nice cartwheel entry, so I'll demonstrate first. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my monkey crawl across, right? Then I turn, my right hand comes down, and then I go into some form of a cartwheel. then I'm on the opposite foot, yeah? So we're just gonna give it a go. Don't rush it, maybe like 4 or 6 in the minute. All right, we're gonna go on the top of the clock, 5 seconds. I'm starting with my left foot forward, I'm gonna put my right hand across. Monkey, hips high. Then an optional cartwheel entry, left hand down, right hand out, and play. And then you're on the opposite foot. Monkey. So this is my favorite transitions here. Whew. And you slow it right down. Might notice one side feel different to the other. Great. Go with it. Good time for 2 more. Definitely fatiguing. Last one. Have fun with it, have a play. Really nice handstand entry from that side cartwheel position. That's it. We are done. I'll let you cool down in your own time. If you enjoyed this, if you had fun, that's what it's about. Please let me know, give it a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of these little handstand-based calisthenics movements. And as always, as I mentioned, jump on over to my website, movelikewatercollective.com.au, and check out my online programs. Till next time.